Good morning and welcome. You join us for this...
The visitors win the toss and will bowl first.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. Welcome to this match between India and England. The opening batsmen are making their way out onto the ground.
Anderson has the ball in hand and will get us underway. Hopefully there'll be some swing and bounce with this new ball early on.
Right in behind it for the first ball.
No shot offered. Sweetly hit down the ground. They'll be hard pressed to stop it.
It was a very, very good shot, presenting a straight bat, simple execution and back past the bowler.
Got right in behind it.
You can understand why on that line they thought it was safe to let it straight through to the... the keeper.
They'll get at least one. Can't get that outside the ring field. There'll be one run here for them.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
5 runs added in the over. India are 5 for none.
Yeah.
Nice timing, good batting, won't get to the boundary.
No!
A new batter always likes to feel bat on ball early on, as they bring a bit of energy to the crease.
No interest in that one from the batter. Broad will be wanting to hone in on a better line and length to make them play next time. A lovely shorter ball, just keeping them honest. Still got a chance to use another one in this over. Obviously didn't like the look of that one and just ignored it.
Huge shout. The bowler seems very confident with that one.
Well, this is a fantastic wicket. Kept the runs down. Really didn't get settled. Looked to be in trouble, sadly, for most of the knock.
Gill takes guard. Been in pretty good touch lately. You wouldn't want to let them get away early with some easy boundaries. Solid defence, very compact. That's the over. India are 6 for 1. Anderson from the south end. Nice solid defensive shot.
No interest in that one from the batter. Anderson will be wanting to hone in on a better line and length to make them play next time. A little bit of wobble on that ball and it's safely taken by the keeper. Not enough on it to entice a shot though.
Well, that's the end of a great display of bowling. No score from it. Nicely putting pressure on the batters.
Wait on!
Finds the fielder with that shot.
Gill shakes their head. It was there to be hit, but couldn't make the most of it. A bit of shape on the ball as they let it go through. Tailed just a little at the end as it went through to the keeper.
Drives and misses everything.
Well, they never really got in the right position for the drive for that one. A bit of a loose shot in my reckoning.
The end of a tidy over. Batting doesn't seem to be easy out there at the moment. Good pressure building.
Yep.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here.
Really raced between the wickets after it was clipped away nicely behind square.
Wait on!
Doesn't beat the infield.
Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on the shot.
Waiting!
Great shot through the gap. Perfect timing.
Yep. No, no, no!
Not a great delivery, got it full and lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
Misses everything.
That's wild. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. It's poor play.
Anderson has really kept the pressure on in this over. Just needs to maintain the momentum going forwards. Beaten on the drive.
Broad with a superb delivery. Got them trying to drive, but messed everything up. shoulders, arms, and true to the wicketkeeper.
Wait on.
Couldn't get it through the field.
Good footwork behind the stumps, taking it cleanly. No interest, though, from the batter.
Wait.
Good bowling, kept it nice and tight, and made it hard to score runs. Timed it nicely.
Yep.
They'll look for a couple, you'd think.
That ball was just an invitation that was accepted by return of post. Anderson will be disappointed with that delivery.
Waiting.
Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring.
Well, for a brief moment, you thought there might be a bit of strife there. In the end, a good decision not to take on the field.
Wait on. Yep.
They'll push hard, should get back for two.
Confusion written on the batters' faces, a mix-up that almost led to a run-out.
Wow, that's missed a lot.
A bit of frustration after that shot, went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it.
Wait. Yep.
This could be trouble.
Good cricket all round, good delivery, timed well, but straight to the fielder.
Anderson has had a pretty good over. Just needed a bit more luck to find a wicket. Going with pace now.
Well, that was just an awesome delivery. Whiz past the batsman, the umpire says that's the first of two.
Wait there.
Straight to the fielder.
Hit that well off the back foot, but couldn't beat the field.
Lovely. Wait on. Waiting. Waiting.
Good piece of fielding to stop some runs. Out. Pretty straightforward catch in the end.
It's the sort of dismissal that sees the momentum swing back to the bowler. Gone, but not for many.
It's a long way to walk out here just to walk straight back. They'll just want to get this first one behind them and then push on. Can't bowl there. Too full and helped on its way.
Well, you sometimes just have to stop and admire batting like that. Gets onto the front foot early, well timed, and 4 runs. No interest on that occasion to play at the ball.
Yep.
Yes, keeper!
Good return there, back from the deep. Got it behind square on the leg side. Swiveled and pulled away. Didn't get all of it, though, I don't think.
That sees the completion of the over. A good one, too. Not many opportunities to score.
Wait.
Quick onto that in the infield.
Well, that would have been a very risky run. The right call was made in the end.
Yep.
Oh, that is a great catch.
An innings that promised much and really, in the end, delivered very little. Pretty disappointing all round.
The field will come up now, you'd think. Pressure should definitely be on the new batter, who strides to the middle. They will be looking for another quick wicket.
Lovely. Nice one.
Well, that's perhaps a little harsh. I felt it wasn't that wide. There's really great bounce in this pitch. Seems to be surprising the bowler. But that's all the short stuff for this over.
Wait there.
There'll be runs here.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
Wait on.
Cuts that off well in the infield.
Nice one.
End of the over. India are 24 for 3. The right-arm pace bowler. is coming into the attack from the south end.
Wait!
Good shot. It's found the gap.
Yeah! No, no, no!
They make it home, but there should never have been the chance for a run out in the first place. You can understand why on that line they thought it was safe to let it straight through to the keeper.
Leach, a left-arm orthodox bowler, is coming into the attack from the south end.
Well, not far away at all. Mohammed will be glad they didn't hear the death rattle. I'd say it was the right shot to choose, but it was just timed badly. Just couldn't get the drive away.
Catch him!
Well placed. Should get a single.
Yep.
You could see by how it whistled away to the boundary just how sweetly this was timed.
Couldn't have played that any better.
What a lovely shot. Really good timing. Out of the middle, and it raced to the boundary.
Yeah.
They'll get at least one. There it is. Finishes the innings off, and what a way to do it. On this pitch and in these conditions, it's going to take something really special from the bowlers to win this. Really needed more runs on the board. Pressure will be right on the bowlers if they don't find early wickets. We're ready to get this innings underway. There's a huge opportunity with the time left, and with this batting order to build a... strong lead and put themselves well ahead in this game.
Looking very solid to start the team's innings. Just threw the shot too early.
Nicked it through the field. Will it get to the boundary?
Didn't time it at all, but managed to get it away to the boundary.
Finds the edge.
Nothing really wrong with the delivery. Got onto the front foot and found the space to get that one to the boundary.
Edged. Unplayable. Nicely fielded on the boundary. A couple on offer here. Let's see if they can get the ball up into the slot like before. So crucial to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure. Massive edge. Loud shout. A lot of pressure coming to the crease. Not had the best of weeks leading up to this game and will want to show everyone their strength. Mohammed, the pace bowler, coming into the attack. We've seen good control and spin from this bowler. Looking forward to seeing what they can do here.
Very full, sprayed the ball a bit, but they're content leaving it alone.
Brilliant bowling. Having got the edge the previous ball, they now know the areas they need to be hitting.
Obviously didn't like the look of that one and just ignored it.
No shot offered.
Ducked under the short ball well.
A wonderful delivery to get the edge. They've got to keep hammering away at that spot time and again. Doesn't beat the infield.
Let it come right under their eyes, but just didn't quite time it.
End of the over. Beautiful bowling that just starts to build pressure on the batters. Going with spin now. Nicked it! Bowler is confident on this one. Simple as you like. Didn't bother to look at more than one delivery in the over. Coming to the wicket, they'll be looking to play within the V early and expand as they get settled.
A well-directed short ball. Sways out of the way this time. Full and wide. Left alone through to the keeper.
Time to keep the pressure on now. Great last ball to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot.
Shoulders, arms, and true to the wicketkeeper.
Over ends, a productive one too. First wicket has fallen. The whole team goes up for that one. They feel pretty confident about this.
Bit of a wild delivery. I'd have been calling that wise, but, well, the umpire didn't agree with me.
Waiting. Yep.
Comfortable single if they take it.
No runs on that occasion. Got into position nicely, just too early on the shot. Couldn't find a gap. Umpire signals wide. Such a poor delivery. Really need to work out what actually went wrong there.
Huge shout. The bowler seems very confident with that one.
Yep.
Can't get that outside the ring field.
Not a great delivery, got it full and lucky not to be hit to the boundary. Brook shakes their head. It was there to be hit, but couldn't make the most of it.
Over. England are 11 for 1. The right-arm medium bowler is coming into the attack from the south end.
Yep.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here. There'll be one run here for them.
Exquisitely down the front foot. A gorgeous-looking drive. Could have been worth more.
Yep.
Nice shot. Runs possible.
And they're away and nicely off the mark. Some moves being made in the field, looking pretty balanced now between defensive and attacking.
Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring.
Floated that one up, hit well, but couldn't beat the field. No interest in that one from the batter. Mohammed will be wanting to hone in on a better line and length to make them play next time.
Yep. Onto the front foot. Super shot. Should be 4.
Judged the length absolutely beautifully. Footwork was immaculate, but it was the hands that got that to the fence. A bit of shape on the ball as they let it go through. Tailed just a little at the end as it went through to the keeper.
6 runs added in the over. England are 17 for 1. The right-arm fast bowler is coming into the attack from the north end. There's a run here, surely.
Seemingly wanting to keep the strike.
Poor ball, all the way down to the boundary. That'll go down as 5 wides. Great shot.
That went all the way up toward the grandstand for 4, driven away nicely.
Great timing, right off the meat of the bat.
Fine placement and enough timing to get that ball away to the boundary.
Yeah.
Power and precision in that shot.
That's a very difficult shot to get right. Straight back at the bowler with a lot of pace, and the covering fielder had no chance.
That's an unbelievable shot into the crowd.
That ball has been hit. It's flown into the crowd. To get that much power coming forward on the front foot is ridiculous.
Absolutely nailed it.
That was a massive shot, middled, and it flew over the boundary. Brilliant stuff.
Questions will begin to be asked. Should the captain make a change? A big over, that one. Too many loose deliveries.
Yep.
Pushed nicely into the covers. Might go all the way.
That really wasn't a great delivery. Seen early, and it was dispatched with aplomb.
Nicely taken. Quick to latch onto it.
A trudge back to the pavilion. A disappointing display in the end. For someone with such batting skills, this goes down as a fail.
With the fall of that wicket, we have a new batter at the crease. Gill will be looking to make a strong start to their innings.
Well, that was just textbook. Finds the space and power to lift that ball over the top, and it just keeps going.
Immaculate timing there.
Got their head right in line with the ball. A beautiful strike there down the ground.
Yep. Beautiful cover drive. A hint of movement in the air and eased towards the boundary.
Onto the front foot early, placed it perfectly into the gap. Timed it nicely for 4 more.
That's right out of the middle of the bat.
Perhaps that slipped out of the hand a little during the release. Gill didn't mind and sent it high and handsome over the boundary rope for 6.
A brilliant over for the batting side. Not so for the bowlers. Timed that brilliantly.
Just a little bit of room given and the power was immense. That's flown over the boundary.
Thought it got past them, but a fantastic dive to cut it off. Gone, brilliant in the field.
As they head back to the pavilion, they'll be wishing they went about this innings a little differently. Not too much to speak of on the scoreboard.
New batter comes to the crease. Never an easy time to come in after the fall of a wicket. That has gone very, very high. Might be safe.
That races away to the boundary. A beautiful shot off the front foot. Just textbook stuff.
Drives and misses everything. This should be close. Could that be out? Looks so.
So that's the third wicket down. Not a happy person walking off the field. There's a real feeling of disappointment.
It was an average sort of an innings we saw from them. You know just how rare it is, though, to see a batter of this calibre miss out twice. There'll be runs here. Out! Yeah! Caught!
Well, was that a lazy shot or a good piece of bowling? And the field was set and they fell for it. Out for a duck.
Difficult period as they come to the wicket. They'll take plenty of time to set themselves up before facing their first ball. Wow, that's missed the lot.
Great bowling, really hitting their straps.
11 runs added there. India are 63 for 4. Broad from the south end. Got that away nicely.
You can't fault that shot. Nicely played, and it was 4 runs all the way.
Boundary off the last ball. What's to come off this delivery, I wonder? Beaten on the drive.
Well, they never really got in the right position for the drive for that one. A bit of a loose shot in my reckoning.
Yep.
They've picked the gap. Perfect timing.
A little bit short, not horribly short, moves the feet well and the hands even better.
A good contest here at the moment. 4 off the last ball, and it'll be interesting to see how the bowler can respond.
Lovely.
That was a pretty wild delivery, lost all control.
Good shot. A beauty.
Nearly got through them. Just got onto it in time with enough bat speed to pick up 4.
Right out of the middle.
And that brings up the batsman's half-century.
Well, it's a case of blink and you miss it with this innings. 50 brought up, and what a devastating passage of play it's been.
Nice shot.
No trouble at all to punch it away to the boundary for 4. A poor delivery.
End of a high-scoring over. Beautiful batting. After hitting the boundary that many times, confidence is high out in the middle. Misses everything.
Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on the shot.
That's right off the meat of the bat.
That's what you pay the entrance money for. It's flown into the crowd. A brilliant shot off the front foot. No need to move.
Goes up and over for 6. That's the positive option.
Managed to get onto the front foot early, and just incredible power to loft that one over the boundary.
A direct hit, and this could be gone. Trouble. Oh, gone.